The afternoon sun filtered lazily through the tall glass windows of the downtown Sterling Corporate Tower, one of the most prestigious buildings in New York City. The marble floors gleamed under the overhead lights, polished to perfection as if they held the secrets of 1,000 whispered deals and betrayals. At the far end of the lobby, Henry Carter, a 67-year-old janitor, shuffled across the floor, balancing a heavy stack of documents in his weathered hands. His back ached from decades of physical labor, and his knees trembled from the simple act of carrying weight. But Henry carried them with the same dignity he had carried his life, silently, faithfully, and without complaint. He had been working at Sterling Tower for almost 10 years. For most of the wealthy executives who walked past him, Henry was invisible, a man who existed only to clean up after their late-night board meetings, to sweep away the dust of their power, to remain unnoticed in the corners. But Henry noticed everything. That day, he was delivering sensitive documents from the record room to the finance office. It wasn't really part of his job. Janitors weren't meant to carry company files, but someone from the clerical staff had begged him to help. Henry, being the kind-hearted soul he was, had agreed. As he turned a corner into the main lobby, disaster struck. The folder slipped from his tired hands, scattering dozens of papers across the shiny marble floor. The sound echoed loudly, and for Henry, it was the sound of humiliation. He instantly knelt down, his old knees cracking, his palms pressing against the cold surface as he scrambled to gather the papers. That was when she appeared. Victoria Hale, the vice president of Sterling Financials, stormed out of the glass elevator. Dressed immaculately in a navy blue skirt suit, her platinum blonde hair fell in sharp angles around her face. Her heels clicked like gunshots as she strode forward. She froze when she saw Henry on the floor. "What is this?" she snapped, her voice slicing through the silence of the lobby. Henry looked up, startled, clutching at the scattered papers. I'm sorry, ma'am. They slipped. She interrupted, her eyes blazing. "Do you have any idea what you've done? These are confidential financial documents. Do you even know how serious this is?" Her voice was sharp enough to draw attention. A group of 4 uniformed security guards stationed near the wall turned their heads, watching the scene unfold. The other employees froze in their tracks, torn between pity for Henry and fear of Victoria's wrath. "I didn't mean," Henry began, his voice breaking, but Victoria cut him off again. "Of course, you didn't mean it. People like you never mean it, do you?" She pointed a manicured finger at him, her voice laced with venom. "This is why I keep telling management that unqualified staff should never be allowed near sensitive areas. You're here to clean floors, not ruin the company." Henry felt his chest tighten. Her words weren't just loud, they were knives slicing into his dignity. He could feel the eyes of everyone in the lobby burning into his back as he stayed on his knees, trying desperately to collect the papers. The guards exchanged uneasy looks, but none moved. Victoria's authority was unshakable in this building. One guard muttered quietly to another, "Man, she's going too far." Henry's hands trembled as he picked up the last sheet. His vision blurred, and he could barely hear the whispers around him. At that moment, he wasn't just a janitor on the floor. He was every invisible man, every discarded worker, every soul crushed under the weight of power. Victoria loomed over him, her voice dropping into a cold, deliberate tone. "Clean this mess up and get out of my sight. If I see you anywhere near these offices again, I will personally make sure you're fired." Henry opened his mouth to respond, but no words came out. His throat ached, his pride shattered. Slowly, painfully, he rose to his feet, clutching the folder to his chest. His eyes met those of one security guard, who looked at him with quiet sympathy. For the first time in years, Henry felt something he hadn't felt in a long while.